Welcome to BBC Podcast, tapping in with Tunchi again. Today, we got another new lineup with some new merch, new people, and I'm going to hand it over to JP.
Oh, baby, you so juicy. Yeah, yeah. Do you mind if I slide? You like the way I work you out. I don't mind if you tease me now. My lady, you deserve a crown now. I like it when you take it to the ground. Do your dance, mommy. Yes. Honey, I like the way you work for me. The way you move your ass got me going down. You got it, girl, you got it.
Hey, everybody, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out the merch, bbcmerch.com. Let's introduce our guest today. Let's start with you.
I'm Dom Keith. I do freelancing, editing, production. I'm with my guy E-Money right here, E.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We doing Scout Fragrances, and this is what we're here to do.
Yeah, shout out to the BBC Podcast. My boy Chris, I've known him for many years.
Yeah, we go back. Way back.
So shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Jay. Shout out to everyone watching. So we started Scout Fragrance. Basically, it's going to be online store where you can buy decants of popular fragrances. My name is Eric Green. The website is scoutfragrance.com. You can email us at scoutfragrance@gmail.com. Some of the fragrances you see on the table are going to be available. And again, the whole point behind it is test drive a fragrance before you buy it. So
it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So these are expensive.
Yeah, that's what I said, especially with the high roller ones, like, drop all that money and you're not like precise about it.
$100 plus a bottle, you kind of.
$300. Yeah. So we're doing street live reviews, real world reviews for men and women. I didn't want to leave anybody out. So again, Scout Fragrance, all social media platforms. Again, the website's going to be up. So yeah, I wanted to come on the BBC Podcast and again show love to my boy, and just talk about what we talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Well, as you see here, man, they got access to all the fragrances and all this stuff like that, man. We gonna speak up on how important it is for a man to keep everything fresh, be from top to bottom with fragrance and just with gear alone. And like as you see, like you guys see a lot of times we interview the ladies, man. It's like they speak it up on your guys' hygiene, man. So like we got to clean that up. So your go-to, say, start your day. You're gonna go. Let's not say it's a date, but you're gonna go out with your boy and you're gonna go scouting. Like how do you start off? Like what is your routine?
So you mentioned something very important, the routine. So there's a quote, and you can Google it. It's the world belongs to the energetic. And so when I wake up, I get my caffeine. I'll drink like a energy drink, like a Red Bull or a Zip Fizz. You can get it at Costco.com, or coffee, green tea, that type of thing. So I get my caffeine in, and then get to work. You know what I mean? And that's shout out to Wallow267. He has a saying too. You're gonna notice I'm gonna reference a lot of points, right. But he says when you get up, you got to stay up. Yeah. So a lot of cats get up, but then they in slow motion. Yeah. So I'm like, let me get up and do what I got to do. So get up, get a little caffeine, maybe get a little something to eat, a bagel or some toast or whatever, and then jump in the tub. Get cleaned up. Take a shower, a bath. I'm not afraid to do either one. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I got access to. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives you the energy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a different kind of energy when you get your soap and it's
come out of a fresh shower. You feeling revived.
You feeling revived, exactly. So I hit the tub, I hit the shower, clean up, and then I actually have a body spray that I spray on, and it.
Oh yeah, what is it?
The bod, cats use it for the haircuts.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'll use like a bod or it's any kind of, or even my decant. I'll get like a decant, just kind of, and then when I actually get to work is when I spray on the real, the heavy duty stuff like the Creed, the Parfums de Marly, the Sauvage. Yeah. But yeah, the importance of staying clean is number one. It's not really number one, but it's tied to it. But the compliments.
It's essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's essential.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a compliment thing, man. Because I'll tell you this, man. I was in the car business. I've always been in sales. I'm always interacting with people, and there's something about like, you know, you go in the grocery store and a girl's all like, "Man, you smell really good. Like, what is that?" And,
Conversation starter.
yeah, like it is a conversation starter. So, and then that's that extra confidence too, because you know if you do run into something, then you want to, you know, get with her and this and that.
That's why I say like if she gave you a compliment on your actual scent, then like if your outfit, your drip, whatever you guys want to call it, is all up to par, then like you qualify for a lot of things right off the bat. She's seen you. She's nice, dressed nicely, shoes clean, fit, smells good.
She opened that door for conversation.
Yeah, so
even if you're not a clean salesperson, even when I was doing temp work at FedEx and I had the construction boots and the dirty jeans and all that, I would still take a shower. Maybe my cologne would be a little dingy or whatever, but I'm clean and I would still get a compliment because the girl would be like, "Oh, what's that? You know, are you wearing a cologne or you know, they gravitate towards it." And you know, if you want to be confident, hygiene, your oral hygiene, getting the haircut, getting the beard lined up, you know, think about it. That's why, you know, it's funny because we were at work and a girl was all like, "Why do cats act different after they get the cut, you know? Why y'all act brand new out the plastic because you got a haircut, right?"
Feel good, look good.
Yeah, because hey,
look good, feel good, bro.
Why do cats act different when they get out of the barber? Because you know,
you already know what you about to look like. You like, hell yeah, I got that shit now.
Yeah, cool. And what's crazy is even, you know, not just your girlfriend or girl you're dating. Even the girls that, like I said, at the grocery store, you getting gas, they treat you differently. You know what I mean? Like I remember, even if I'm wearing something bummy, but if I got a cut, let's say I got to run into 7-Eleven, like I said, get my little Red Bull or whatever, and the girls are like, "Oh, you know, how you doing, sir?" And "Oh, is there anything else I can help you?" They want to start up a conversation because they see you taking care of yourself. You know what I mean? And how are you going to take care of somebody else if you can't take care of yourself?
And then even if you can't afford the cut, get the lineup. The lineup.
Or buy your own clippers,
it'll refresh your shit.
Yeah.
You can invest in you some clippers, you know?
For real.
Do it yourself.
Like,
something.
I got the clippers at the house, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, just being mindful of your appearance, and like I said, that comes. It's a domino effect. So you get cleaned up, you got a fragrance, you get lined up, you get an edge, you know, whatever that is, you know, how you take care of yourself, and then boom, you're gonna have the energy to conquer the day. And when you do run into somebody, you know how they say, if you ain't got, you know, if you're already ready, you ain't got to.
You stay ready.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, right? So if you run into something, you know, if I was going out to have a drink or whatever, and I run into something, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like.
I mean, it goes all the way back to high school, to school period. Like, when you wake up in the morning, you get dressed, you want to, like, you get them new clothes for Christmas, you like, shit, let me go make sure my hair right, you feeling good. You go to school feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Or when you about to go out, you go get your hair cut, you go get your fresh clothes, you about to go out. Right when you get that haircut, you start smelling good, you revitalize your energy, you know what I'm saying?
You exude that confidence.
Yeah.
So, and I think that a lot of times, you know, you hear all these sayings, you know, as you get older, you start sounding like the people that were older than you. You start repeating what they were saying. They be saying stuff like, you know, you don't realize what you got, or you don't realize how blessed you are. Or you don't realize, you know, there's people that don't have access to hot water and running water and things. And then we're not taking advantage of it. And if you ain't taking advantage of it, it's like not having it at all. So you might as well, like I said, in the morning. My thing is first thing in the morning, get your coffee, green tea, supplements, you know, like whatever you got to do to get up. Jump in the shower, jump in the tub, wash off, and you will exude more confidence, 100%.
Okay. What would you say about yourself? How would you start it?
Me personally, how I start the day is like, you know, first I pray. First thing I do, I pray in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I believe that go hand to hand. So, but shower, shit, and shine, bro. You know, I stretch. I do my routine. Routine is key to preparation. Preparation is key to routine. So I shower, shit, shine, man, brush my teeth, wash my face, and put that smell good on, you know. I keep my personal clippers, like I said, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you know?
so how often for yourself? I mean, do you cut your own hair, or you go to a barber?
I go to the barber at least twice a week.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
Twice a week?
Yeah.
Damn.
got a barber next door.
At least twice a week.
You see how he said it real? Like, yeah, at least twice a week.
At least twice a week. But yeah. So, but if I can't get to that barber, you know, I go in that mirror and at least line myself. I'm not a professional, but it's better looking good. You know what I'm saying? You know, line yourself up.
No, I mean that speaks a lot though, man. Because most cats, especially, I mean, like, for instance, right now you wearing a hat. Like most dudes that wear a cap will ride it out. Like remember, like dude used to say, like, man, you keep on trying to hide behind that hat, man. Like come up out that hat, man. I know you looking like a wildebeest.
You can't hide behind the hat, bro.
But that's what I mean. You still get the cut and you rocking the hat, so that shows even more.
Oh yeah. Okay, I don't want the waves underneath.
No, I get you. Like, I mean, like you said, like you staying ready, like shit, just in case you ain't rocking a cap or something like that. Your waves probably on point, fade on point. So
yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Yes, so basically, just what you touched on, man. We gotta, and that's the thing. A lot of cats, they put so much emphasis on just one aspect of their game. But if you incorporate, you know, having a routine, staying clean, staying ready, working, saving money, investing. These are all the things that are gonna, you know, basically enhance your relationship. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you guys say this? How high or how many notches of points could it bring up a guy that's like, say the guy is like a 3. Let's say he's scruffy as hell, hair all fucked up, gear kind of fucked up, always just smelling a little like sweaty or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like always musty. How many points can he move up just by grooming himself and finding a good fragrance? How many points would you say he can go up?
He goes from a
3 to a what?
A 3 to at least a 7.
Yeah, I agree.
Think so?
3 to 6.
3 to 6?
3 to 7, maybe even a 9 if you got his paper right.
Yeah,
okay.
If he's working.
Well,
you got his paper right.
I always tell people all the time, man, like that paper and status will get you that 8, 9, 10. Like that'll like kind of clean you up and just wipe you off. So
I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, again, you know, having the energy. You know, I'm going to repeat that quote. The world belongs to the energetic. If you are not energetic and you're not trying to, you know, work towards something, then that shows. But if you're taking care of yourself because you're preparing yourself to go out and get it, you know what I mean? Then that shows, you know, and girls pick up on that. You know what I'm saying? Like they can tell who's trying to get it versus who's just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I started really looking at it. Like I said, the oral hygiene, you know, your glasses, cleaning them, your phone, having a dirty phone or a cracked screen or yeah, you know, your fingernail, fingernail clippers, the way you keep your car, like all those little things add up, man. And you know, just like we can appreciate on a female, like we appreciate it, right?
Yeah.
Like I was just saying, like I work in an environment where, you know, I work with a lot of women. I work with a lot of customers, passengers, things of that nature. Working at the airport, and I compliment women when they smell good and they light up. And we were talking about it earlier. Like I'm like, hey, what are you wearing? Oh, I'm wearing Burberry Her. Or oh, you know, you smell good. I'm wearing Carolina Herrera. Like they want to tell you. You know what I'm saying? True. And you can tell the ones that really take care of themselves because they're more outgoing than the ones that are like in the hoodie with the sunglasses, like
sweats and shit.
Yeah, the whole and I get that we all have that vibe where we're like, I'm just traveling. I'm just trying to get to where I gotta go. I'm not trying to. But the ones that take care of themselves and the ones that are more outgoing, you know, they can appreciate the fragrances. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I mean, like the workforce where you guys were at and the people you guys always came across all the time. Let's just say, shit, you guys came across so many people, man. Let's say, let's say 20 guys ranging anywhere from like teenagers to like 50-year-olds.
Older men, yeah.
How many men are not in rhythm that you can see that they don't have like a routine? They just tossing on shit, traveling, probably maybe deodorant, maybe not. Like just how many men are just not?
I would say from the men's side of it, you know, to me, okay, that's deep that you asked that. Right. Most men that already are with a woman, they're already in tune. Yeah. Well, it's twofold. Either they're comfortable, but they're already in tune with how they, you know, even if their sweats are on, they're kind of clean.
Okay, would you say this though? So men that are in relationships, say since they're already in tune, you would say a lot of men get comfortable and they're not 100% anymore that they were when they're first dating their woman. Now that they have their woman, they've been around with their woman for a few years, that they do the bare minimum.
Just to keep her? Like, I already got her, so I just got to keep her.
I think that's on a personal perspective because I'm married now. So
okay.
So
How long?
3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah, 3 years. So I still stay sharp and clean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you can lose a woman too.
For sure.
You can
Man.
lose her. It's another.
I
nigga.
repeat this on the podcast all the
Yeah.
time, man. The way you got her is the way you keep her.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. But
when you fall off, you fall
you know,
off.
I stay clean. So
Okay.
I think it's the person and what they do, like, you know, what they involved in too and what they in tuned in.
Okay.
Like for myself, I'm in tuned into jewelry, fashion, you know.
Okay.
Like, see, I got billion, you know, I'm in tune to certain things. So some people not in tune to all that. So
Okay.
they not gonna stay as sharp and as clean. You know, it might be a mechanic. You getting up every day working hard. You know, he ain't got time to dress and prep and do everything for that woman. So I think that's where it go hand in hand. At.
I mean, so you have more like people and peers around you that they're in relationships also, or most of your friends single?
It's both.
Both?
I got some that's married.
So who's more sharper? What side of the group is more sharper?
That's a good question.
I say, shit, that's a good question. Cause
Don't worry, we ain't got name drop. Yeah,
I got a family. My cousin, he clean. You feel me? He stay clean. It's a balance. It's even.
Okay.
I say it's depending on what we doing. We going out. We gonna get fly. We gonna stay clean.
So what if it's just like shit? They throwing a fight at one of the homies' house and everybody just gonna show up like.
Nah, we all clean.
Everybody's still fresh.
Everybody's still
Okay,
fresh.
that's
Honestly, wow, that's the people I hang around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying in general. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. But what about the people you guys come across in that workforce that you guys see get off the plane, come through the stadium, whatever it is? You think the majority of them
I would
on
say
point, or the majority of them need some help?
I would say the most men that are with women are more in tune. Yeah, there's some that fall off, but I would say most of them try to
More
keep
in
up.
tune.
Yeah,
Okay.
they try to keep up, and then the cats that are
Single.
I feel like sometimes you get in that single mode and you're just like either in the grind or you're just, I don't want to say give up, but
You're just
some people
at
just
that
don't
point
have,
where it is what it is.
yeah, like they don't really have the vision.
Or I'll put it this way: do you see like a lot of men that are walking around that just you can tell they ain't wearing confidence?
Yeah,
You can tell.
I think
Like you
they
see it.
become careless. You become careless. You ain't got no
Like,
woman.
do you see? Yeah, like I ain't got no girl. I ain't got nothing going for me, man. I'm throwing this T-shirt and just like leave. Like
I'm thugging
it is what it
it,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that. I feel like cats, they kind of give up in some respects, and like I said, you wake up and you feel good about yourself. That confidence is exuded. But if you're kind of just going through the motions, you're not trying to get a girl. You know what I mean? Like you're not trying to, pursue you're not trying to be your best.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Okay.
think in today's economy and with the women, the modern woman, there's a lot of red pill, blue pill, and all this, and I listen to a lot of it. I like to hear both sides of it.
Yeah, we always do.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's better just to be clean for yourself, and then when you meet somebody or you're trying to pursue something,
Let that be an additive. Basically.
that's just that's just the icing on the cake. But you got to take care of yourself, man. You got to care about, you know what I mean? And then let's be honest, like I said, a fragrance is just it's an enhancer. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
basically.
like you're gonna get compliments. I know people don't do it. There are people that do, but I'm saying like that shouldn't be the goal, but it comes with it.
Yeah, it comes.
You know what I
along.
mean?
Yeah.
So I've had people at work, and it's funny. My dad gave me a fragrance, and it was something that I didn't really. Let's say I didn't not like it, but I was like, this is something that I wouldn't normally wear.
Yeah, not your style.
Not my style,
Yeah.
right? But I started wearing it and just kind of just testing it, and I had more compliments
Really?
from that. Shout out to my dad. Yeah,
Fragrance like that.
yeah. It was Azzaro's Most Wanted. One of those.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Chrome. I was like,
No. It was like one of them sweeter joints, but this is when sweeter fragrances weren't necessarily quote unquote in.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember some of the girls, man, like one of the girls, her name was Danielle, man, and she was just like, she's like, every time I walk by you, you smell good, because some people don't want to say nothing, or some girls don't. But and then after that, then it kind of like the compliments started, because maybe it opened, made other girls feel more, what is that you're wearing? And I'll tell my husband or that sort of thing. So that also piqued my interest in wanting to do this. And like I said, when I run into people at the airport or at SoFi, the stadium, things like that, and they smell good, I'm curious. I'm like, what are you wearing? Delina, or like I said, Burberry, or there's so many, you know, Valentino, there's so many. So yeah. But I would say most men that are in a relationship, they care to a certain extent. Or it's all about the money for them. You know what I mean? Like they just got it like that.
How many men you think just go off of, I guess you can say like a name brand only? They really ain't, like the fragrance ain't even hot, but they just, man,
they don't care what it smells like. It just says Gucci on
it. Yeah.
That's probably like 80%.
Yeah,
maybe.
Damn.
I think name brand is like it's king
nowadays.
Bro. I mean,
just because it's like Gucci or whatever it is, like
we grew
Versace
up on it. Like people buy Nike just because it's Nike. People buy,
but a fragrance though.
Man, you'd be surprised,
I'm shocked,
man.
I'm mad. You shocking me right now.
I gotta like the fragrance to spray it on. Like.
You know what's crazy is if we were to do blindfold fragrance reviews, people wouldn't know that. Like say that this tequila noir and the tequila blue, these are fragrances that smell similar, let's say in the Creed family, but they're a fraction of the cost. And if I blindfolded somebody and said, hey, smell this, they would think it's a $200 fragrance. You know what I'm saying? But because it doesn't say Creed or say, you know, Parfums de Marly, you know what I mean? Like that's part of the psychology. So, but I would say this, you know, I've given a lot of girls compliments with Coach. Okay. And that's why I went ahead and wanted to add it to the list of fragrances that are going to be on the site. But I've walked by a lot of girls that wear Coach, like, meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like, I run into a lot of people and I'm like, and it's because of something I'm into. And I'm like, hey, what are you wearing? And Coach. I'm like, Coach. And it's not like a crazy expensive fragrance. But then, like I said, you get some people and you walk by and they're wearing Sauvage or they're wearing... You know, even Fierce, it's not crazy expensive, but it's a compliment giver. You know what I mean?
I get you. Because, I mean, there's like a lot of sense that I've smelled like colognes before that are like, example, like belong to like American Eagle or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That like people wouldn't even know that it's not at Macy's. You have to get somewhere else and it's not as expensive, but it smells good. So,
so.
Man, I'm shocked. You said 80%.
I mean, that's what I believe.
Even back in the day, I was on a Claiborne Sport. That shit was $9.99. That shit smelled bomb as fuck.
Yeah,
let's be real. We used to go to like Marshalls or TJ Maxx or
that was a spot.
Ross. Go to that little joint where they had it all boxed up.
Oh, so you probably get up in there and get you some Acqua di Gio.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and what's crazy is we were talking about getting dressed up. Well, remember when you went to prom? Remember when you would go to that high school dance? You got dressed up, you got cleaned up, and the ladies acted a little different. You know what I mean? But cats forget so quick. So, you know, like I said, but when you go to the barbershop and they spray you with that, it's like just take a minute to zoom out and think about why it's important. You know, your hygiene and how you take care of yourself, and it all plays a part. And to answer your question about the name brand, don't just buy it because it's name brand. I'm not saying that. Don't buy it, but don't buy it just on that. Okay. You know, like I said, test drive a fragrance, see if it works for you. If you're getting the vibe that you like from it, then commit to a big bottle. That's the whole point behind what we're doing.
So what advice would you give the guys that we just spoke about who are not necessarily falling off on that, but don't have that, I guess, go-to type shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get up and go.
Yeah, so let's say, like, example, the dudes, he wear Axe all the time. And you guys catch him at the mall, you guys shooting content, whatever it is, like, what are you suggesting to him? You gonna go ask him what he already wears, and you're gonna be like, oh, if you wear that, then you probably do this, or are you gonna upgrade him to like, man, all right, fuck all that, man, let's rock with this Sauvage right here. Like,
usually when I meet, okay, it's funny that you asked that. So a lot of guys will ask me like, well, what do I, say, like, what do I start with? And I'll give them like 3 recommendations. So like I said, like a Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, which is obviously super popular. Yeah. And then
I got that shit on the desk in there.
Yeah, Bleu de Chanel. That's a. I've asked pilots what are they wearing.
Oh yeah.
And
a
lot of pilots, because they don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
So I've asked a lot of pilots. They'd be like Bleu de Chanel, and I laugh because I'm like, I'll kind of say it before they say it. Like I'm already Bleu de Chanel. And they're like, yeah, it's Bleu de Chanel. I'm like, okay, but Bleu de Chanel, Dior Sauvage, any of the iterations, and then I would always give them a third one, like a Halloween Man X, or a Parfums de Marly, or a Creta Ventus, or like you said, an Abercrombie Fitch Fierce, or something, Nautica Voyage. Like you hear them on TikTok and YouTube and Google and Instagram, and you see, like, if you just type in fragrance reviews, these are like the popular ones. But even a body spray like BOD, like that BOD, you can get at Walmart.com or Amazon. Just have something that's like a go-to. A lot of people wear the Adidas one, but it's the combination of you with your hygiene and the fragrance. It's not just the fragrance. Don't lean on the fragrance. Have the hygiene, the work ethic, the energy. Like I said, me messing with supplements like Zip Fizz or Hyphy Mud, if you take that, or Optimum Nutrition, like a little pre-workout, because sometimes I have to get up at like 2 a.m.
Okay.
So having a little supplement and having a little caffeine, whether it's black coffee or green tea, that gives you that energy. And then how are you going to use that energy to conquer the day, that momentum you need when you first get up? But yeah, find something that you like, you know what I mean? But those are the 3 that I would definitely like I said, Dior Sauvage, Dior Sauvage, Bleu de Chanel, and then a third option.
Okay. What would you say?
What about what?
Like, what would you recommend? What are your go-tos? Obviously, we all different. We all wear different shit.
Well, when I first started off, man, in high school, I was using this cocoa butter and Axe.
Hey,
he's keeping it all the way right.
And guess what, bro? They used to hug me and love it, dog. But I don't know what.
Gio back in the day.
That's what I used.
But right now, I'm using.
Or I had like Polo Blue.
I'm using Sauvage right there, and it's trending too. That's the thing.
Yeah. I've been wearing that for maybe like a year.
Yeah, I got a smaller pint in my bag, and then I'm using Nautica Voyage. It's fresh as hell, dog.
You know what's crazy, man? Actually, that's another one I used to wear in high school. I don't know if it was Nautica Blue, but it was a blue bottle. Yeah, it had like a little swivel to it, and man, I used to get a lot of players.
The one that was shaped like a fucking.
And I stay with that cocoa butter all day.
Nautica Voyage is the #1 men's fragrance on Amazon.
I'm gonna smell that.
Yeah, if you literally just Google or type it in Amazon, Nautica Voyage, because it's just clean. Okay. You know what I mean? It's like a no-brainer.
Yeah, it's fresh, dog.
Yeah, so it's a no-brainer.
My lady love it, that's for sure.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's a plus right there. I think that's like, especially being in a relationship, like stay with how you got her is how you keep her. So, like, is that what you always wore, like when you first met her, or you changed?
That's not what I was wearing when I first met her. Honestly, bro, I was wearing Curve, dog.
Curve.
Oh shit!
That's an old school.
That's
green bottle.
That's an
green
old
bottle.
I had them all, but my favorite was the black and the green.
Okay.
That's old school.
That was a little cheaper.
The shit out the black. You got the
Then
black
they came out with that Curve Crush.
Yeah, then I mixed the black with the green in it.
Okay.
Yeah, Curve
Even the coworker like, dang, you smell good. I'm
Curve
like,
used to get
$20.
Yeah. Okay. That's smart.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's crazy when it comes to the higher end stuff, though, right? So, the Dior's, the Chanel's, like the 100, 150, that price range is good. It's solid. Don't get it twisted. But I remember when I first started wearing stuff like this is considered like a niche brand, Parfums de Marly. I remember a supervisor, we were having a meeting, and she kept like getting closer and closer. Yeah. And
that smells amazing, by the way.
She's like, oh, it's you. I was like, you're the one that smells so good. And she just was like, literally like, just, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. And but what's crazy is when you test this, it doesn't get no love. Like girls or most people don't like it when you test it. But in the air, man, this is a compliment.
Okay.
Beast.
And how would you guys recommend like how do you wear your cologne? Skin only, shirts, clothes, or like under your shirt?
How many sprays?
I'm gonna show you. And again, shout out to Mia LeBlanc. She has an Instagram. But she's more on YouTube. So her Instagram, I think it's private, but she's got almost 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So shout out to her. She's in Europe, but she's Russian, French, and she speaks English as well. But she actually put me up on game because I started following her content to get the ladies' perspective. That's how I know about some of the Illy Sobs and the Burberry Hers. But her spray routine is really I think works. So she has it to where you spray here, you spray there. I'll demonstrate one of these. So we'll do this one. So if the camera can see, you spray here, bam, 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 and then kind of spray one side of your body on the top. So then as the day goes by, you can kind of test to see That's how I think is
Okay.
it. You know, there's guys like Jeremy Fragrance, and he has his spray routine, and like I said, TikTok has their recommendations, but I think if you spray in this general vicinity, you know, not necessarily right up on your chest because you will go nose blind, but you know, the neck area and then one side of your body, you can kind of test the fragrance. And then if you wanted to test another one, you can do it on your other side. So I think that's a pretty good spray routine, and like I said, I'm into it. So obviously, but when I test stuff like this, it's a different kind of reaction. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I like it on my clothes, honestly, but I do the wrist and the neck. But I feel like if you got irritations with your skin, like some people do,
keep it on the clothes.
Yeah, just keep it on the clothes. Then when you go back to that shirt, I know we keep it clean, we wash it, but it still smells good and it got a pulsating fragrance on it as well. So I like it on the clothes. I even thought about going as far as putting inside of my washing. When you do your washing, pour a little bit inside of the machine. And then
Will it work?
I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
It's just a theory.
Or in the dryer.
But I mean, they can do it, Burberry. You feel me? Hey, I'm out here.
You can spray the dryer sheets.
Yeah, or the dryer sheets. Yeah,
you can
as
spray
well.
the dryer sheets. Now I would say that test different methods that work for you. It just so happens I like Mia LeBlanc's her routine that kind of it works for me. And when I spray my neck, I'm not really spraying directly on my neck. I'm just spraying around my collar.
Okay.
So
I pretty much do exactly what you said, minus the arm.
Yeah.
Hit right here.
I like the arm because when you're talking or when you're moving around, it's kind of moving the fragrance along with it.
Yeah, I get you.
If I'm trying to be a little extra, I'll spray some on my head, wipe my head.
Yeah,
like
that's
a bald head and shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, man, like try a different routine, whatever works for you. So I'm one of those cats that's like, it doesn't have to be, there's people that are on, again, TikTok, all the social media platforms, they're like, you got to do it like this, or you got to so many sprays, or they call them sissy sprayers or over sprayers. I'm test the fragrance, see what works for you, and then you can kind of gauge on the performance.
One that always killed me is when they spray it and walk through.
That's
What are you doing? Like you're wasting the shit.
No, that's BS.
Okay, so to speak up on gear, I see my boy, he got the jewelry and stuff. How, like, is that requirement for you?
He's married, so you can take that one.
You said it's required for me to wear?
Yeah, like no matter what outfit, you always wear jewelry, or it's some outfits?
Nah, I damn near keep it on me. But I think it's certain outfits and where I'm going and what I'm doing.
Okay. You ever wear
how
watches?
I want to present myself. Yeah, I wear watches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like what type of bands or anything? Like you go specific name brand, you go for the look on the watch? Like
shit. I go Rolly, just a plain Jane. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When I want to, but it depends on where I'm going and for the occasion. See, light jewelry for you don't want to get robbed out here.
Sure.
You better have a Glock before you put on a $10,000 chain. You know
Glock before the rock.
That's for sure. But yeah.
Okay. So what for you? Do you wear jewelry?
You know what? I'm a little older now, so I'm 42, and I'm in hustle mode. Let's be honest. Like I'm selling fragrances. I'm working. I got a business that I starting, and a 401k, and 18-year-old kids.
Say tomorrow that they invited you somewhere popular, and you gotta.
I'm not a huge jewelry guy, but if the situation that presents itself, I'd rather wear like a button up, or kind of.
You got a watch that you wear, or?
I wear a Casio.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like. If I were to get a nice watch, I would say the Rolex, the plain Jane. That's probably the best one to go with. Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
like a silver band or
gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yeah, you could do the two tone. Two tone's cool because it goes with everything.
I like gold. I'm a gold guy.
Okay. I'm probably more of a two tone, but I would say I'm not so much in the jewelry, but if the situation presents itself, definitely go with the button up, a blazer. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you kind of have to know what you're going for. But definitely a button up, you get treated differently. People call you sir. You can just tell. You go in the gas station.
Yeah. I was telling him like not that long ago, like I'm actually wearing what I do outside of this. Like if I'm actually wearing my uniform, like people treat me like different. And then for a minute, like when it was just cold outside, I was like, man, forget I left my work shirt at home, and I was just rocking the hoodie with some like cargo pants, and I walked into the store and they was like ignoring me, and I was like.
It's different.
I was like, I kind of noticed that. When I was in uniform, people like address me different. If I'm wearing a hoodie, they just like, what's the fuck?
Yeah. I worked at a dealership, and so I've always pretty much.
Yeah, I know, you know, especially when the people came in and it's like
Yeah.
time to get down to like selling a car. You can tell the way they talk to you.
Yeah, you're tucked in, your shirt's tucked in, and like I said, the shower, the smell good, the whole nine. You get treated differently, and it's the respect for yourself is gonna project respect. For
Yeah, so that's
people.
to say, like, you see somebody that's like up and groomed and smells good and everything. You like you said, like you treat him differently. Like you see that he treats himself and he holds himself to a different level versus somebody that's just like you said,
Got out of the bed and
around
just put some shit on and
Yeah, that's that first impression, you know.
Yeah.
And even if you're wearing like we're more casual, we got the t-shirts going, but just being clean, I'm telling you, they know. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're doing our reviews, and I'm asking women like, I really don't have too many issues. Like, so we do the street reviews, right? And I'm like, hey, ladies, would you like, give me your opinion on some of these fragrances. I want you to scale them from 1 to 10. What do you think? We really don't have a lot of issues getting, girls to
the interaction.
Yeah, like it's kind of like they already kind of see the vibe that we're going with, more of a
Professional-ish.
like we're not so stuffy where I'm wearing a suit, but I'm not bummy either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but they gravitate towards that. So even if you're wearing a t-shirt, be clean.
Yeah, be clean.
know?
I get you. I mean, I can see like we got a homie that's usually for the most part throughout the season, throughout the year, he's usually like pretty stocky and built, and like he's the one that actually showed me, man, like if you actually invest into your body and get fit, that you could be wearing something like a plain ass t-shirt and you make the t-shirt look good because he's actually, you know what I'm saying, what's under it is actually making, like you said, nice cut, clean, so it's a clone. Like I've seen him do it plenty of times. This nigga like go straight to like, he can go to Target and grab like a little kid's shirt and like toss that shit on with his like fresh kicks, something like that, toss his head on, be clean, and like, man, he be vibing with us like the whole time. People be acting like he got on like a like Billionaire Boys shirt.
Yeah.
It's a mentality, it's a mindset.
Yeah, because and on top of that, like he wears a confidence, like he knows that like he's fit and he wears it. You know what I'm saying? So it works.
Whole different aura, dog.
Yeah,
That's
for sure.
You know what's crazy is you get what you put in. So whatever you're trying to pursue, you get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're in that mindset that, hey, I'm gonna go talk to a chick or, get a woman, you do all the things required to get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to start the podcast. Okay. You reverse engineer to get to the point where you want to. It's like you create what you're trying to go after. You know what I mean? Like the law of attraction and all that. It's crazy, but it's true. But yeah, when you want to get a girl, your mindset changes, and you're like, no, I'm gonna pursue her. I'm gonna invest in her. I'm gonna buy her a fragrance, or I'm gonna take her out on a date, or take her to Starbucks, or whatever the case is. But you literally your vibration changes to go after what it is that you're after. And like I said, when it comes to this is just part of it.
Okay. What would you say? Okay.
Out of your street interviews, what have you noticed that the females like more of the musk or more of the like sweeter smells?
This is getting it's crazy. We just did one.
They love that.
Burberry Her. Yo, this is like women love this fragrance. So.
Is it sweet or is it musky?
I was talking about for the guys, not for the women.
For the guys.
Like, what do the women like
Compliment
for
them.
the guys to wear?
Yeah.
Sweet.
More sweet?
They like the sweet,
Really?
bro.
Sweet?
They
Yeah.
well,
I think one like the musk. The Tom Ford,
that's
it
true.
was like one or two
That's
that like
true.
the
No,
musk.
because
but they like
with him,
fruit.
he think the Sauvage has like an old man smell. Like, oh man, that's like an old man smell.
Oh,
like,
really? The Sauvage got an old
Is it
man?
that one or is it the one that's on
Is
your
this one?
desk?
No, it's this one because the one on my desk, I got the blue one.
Man, it's crazy with the reactions. Like I said, with in my personal
Spray it in the
experience. Yeah,
I mean,
spray
I
it.
can smell it.
Yeah,
Like,
take-
Yeah, spray the kit. Yeah. That one's the parfum version. I like that version.
I have that in the car with me. Like, I
Yeah.
keep that around with me. I hop out the car with that on me.
No, it's
The
I got a smaller bottle.
initial to me smells sweet, but the back end has that musk to it.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. To me, like,
maybe not
the
spray
musk
it in
is like-
front of you. Just spray it like on your shoulders and
If
maybe
you think that has musk, I want you to smell the Tom Ford, bro.
Oh yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
time? Where
Where's
do we have the time?
I think so. I think it's
I
in
might
the
have left
whip,
it in the
bro.
car,
Yeah,
huh?
you should have brought that out. And then I want you to judge that compared to that, and then really see the musk. Cause
I would say
That's a lot
you
like
haven't smelled this, huh? So again, I would say that on paper or up close, when you smell this, it may not. Because even me personally, when I first smelled it, I was like, I don't see it. But when I started wearing it, and I started seeing the reactions, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, like, when girls start bumping into you, like doing all this, like, what are you, they're going out of their way to let you know that you smell good. So this is Parfums de Marley Layton. And Keith is probably right on that. I think they like sweeter scents.
Yeah, that's
they
what
like
go
fresh.
from. They like fresh and sweet,
But
bro.
the sweetness is something about it. You just pull it straight out.
Yeah, is there a trick to this shit?
Yeah. You can spray the cap. It's pretty strong up front, but there he goes. But they love that one, man. I'm telling you. And that mixes very well with...
It don't smell bad, so it probably would smell good after.
You see how it's a little strong?
Yeah.
Yeah. Initially, when they smell it, they're kind of like turned off. But
I can see what the
in
after
the
smell
air,
would smell like.
oh man, it's. There's a reason why there's a lot of hype behind it.
I could probably fuck with this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they like that one, and they
this
say
is 150.
no. Those are
Expensive shit.
Yeah. These are the big dog fragrances. So
How much is it?
probably retails like 350, 400. Yeah,
okay.
these are expensive, but like I said,
The decant.
you can get a decant.
Get a decant.
Okay.
At a reasonable price.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start to get more of the niche brands. That's what they call it. I'm gonna have more variety, but again, support me. And the more the more we make, the more we give.
Yeah,
so essentially, the more profit I can make, the more variety I'm gonna have, so people can have access to these. Because again, why would you? I went ahead and went out on a limb and just said, you know what, I'm gonna spend $300 for whatever. I paid a pretty penny for it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to commit. I
Yeah.
said I'm gonna commit. But if I had the option, and there are fragrance companies that do it, like Scentbird or I can't think of some of them off the top of my head. I think Scentbird, and there's a couple others, but there's I feel like it's all automated. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a real person out in the street, getting reviews, getting the fragrances, bottling them. There's a process with that too that we're gonna film. How you decant it the right way. Don't just toss it in the bottle. You put a little plumber's tape on the top so it creates a seal. But to go back to your question, yeah, the sweeter fragrances, girls like the sweeter fragrances for sure.
Okay. And then when you guys have the guys like test out and select, what do they pick based on? Let's say based on age group.
You wanna
Man, it's tough, man, because like I said, like
from 18 to
how old are
50?
you?
I'm 30.
30? Okay, we still around with this. I'll say, let's say 18 to 25.
18 to 25.
Like some youngsters, you guys run into them at the mall. You guys ask them questions like, what are they already wearing and what are they picking?
I think the girls, like I said, like it was crazy because we did for the girls, they love this for them for Burberry her for them. So if you're a guy and you want to buy your girl a fragrance, you can't go wrong with any of the Burberrys or smell this and ask one of the girls at the mall or whatever, or you can go to Scout Fragrance and we'll give you some recommendations. But Burberry her is a big one. Elisab is good. This one is a banger. Every girl that I've had smell this. There's different iterations, but this one's very popular. This smells similar to Delina, which is, again, very popular. I've given a lot of girls compliments. For the guys, I would say, again, in the age group, it just depends, man. Because we had, like I said, we had the girl who liked Tom Ford Oud Wood. And Oud Wood is a very, like, smoky, old, but some girls like that because she lit up right away when that's why I like doing the reactions because
you never know what you're gonna get from her.
Yeah, because the girl, when we zoom in on her face and she smelled the Tom Ford, she kind of lit up. She was like, "Oh, this is a 10." Right away. Yeah. So, but it may not work for everybody, but she liked this. That's why I always laugh. I'm like,
so what would you say that the younger dudes are wearing though?
Sauvage.
Oh man,
Sauvage.
yeah.
Okay.
Young guys are wearing Sauvage.
Sauvage, bro.
Okay.
I would say
Nautica Voyage.
Nautica Voyage.
I'm gonna check that
Voyage. You gotta check that out. Yeah.
Professionals are wearing Bleu de Chanel. I'm telling you, pilots.
That's what I got
and that Creed.
Supervisor. Creed. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
When I see a cat and they look sharp, I'm telling you, like, a lot of pilots, I ask them, Bleu de Chanel, Creed event, any of the Creeds, Creed Aventus, Creed Millesini.
What do you guys say about that YSL?
YSL is another one.
Yeah, I used to wear that. I shipped it from that and went to Sauvage because I said I'm gonna try the Sauvage out because I smelled it. I said, man, this hit right here. I'm gonna take this.
Yeah, I got something for my lady.
When I got myself one, I actually got my son one too. Like, shit, he was a youngster, so I got him one too. But
the YSL,
the YSL to me, I was like, man, like
I had another supervisor, same thing, man. I was wearing the YSL Y, it's in the black bottle, and I was wearing it, and because I'm always getting stuff, so. Yeah. I was wearing it, and same thing. You know, it's hard for them to say. You know, they don't want to tell you. You know, they don't want to they don't want to tell you. But this one was capturing her, and she's like, "What are you wearing?" You know what I mean? Yeah. She's like, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's YSL." And she's like, "It's really good. It's strong, but it's really good." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." Okay. Thanks, supervisor. I won't say her name, but she knows who she is. But I love how when they don't want to tell you, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like what Khaled says, like they don't want you to win, you know? Like,
yeah. So what's another thing? What would you guys suggest for a guy to, what's the word I'm looking for? That's not so cost efficient. Upgrades, whether it has to do hat, jewelry, cologne, or shoes.
Okay,
something budget.
You can only pick two.
No.
What would you recommend? What are you gonna pick that's cost efficient so you can upgrade yourself?
I would say the BOD. It's BOD. That's like a body spray. That's an easy upgrade. $7, right? Some soap. You know, Dial, Dove, Irish Spring. No, I'm being serious. No, I'm saying like
what? Some soap?
Yeah, soap and water.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
A washcloth. Wash your ass.
A washcloth. Yeah, a shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
that shit's free.
That's very inexpensive if you live in the States, obviously. So wash yourself. Get a decent deodorant, like a Degree or, you know.
But he can only pick two things to upgrade himself. What's so obviously like you're saying
shower, good deodorant, and some BOD. I mean that's $7, man.
But you think that's gonna upgrade his? That's gonna move him up a point. Say he's a fire right now,
dude. No, I'm serious. I'm being serious. I worked at FedEx part time during the Christmas holidays. It's like a seasonal type of job.
Yeah.
And my clothes are kind of dirty because I'm really getting it in. Like I'm almost using it like to work out. I'm not really doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I want to stay physical. You know, I like being mobile. So my jeans are kind of dingy. I got the dirty boots. I'm in a truck. You know what I'm saying? I'm moving boxes and and I'm a big guy, so they're gonna have me do all the, you know. Oh, can you help me? Yeah, I'll move the big, oversized 60-pound box that's awkward and. You know, it's dusty and dirty, and I gotta, you know, I'm putting it on my body.
You're not gonna wear your good shit there,
right? So, but even just the shower and even some BOD, compliments. Yeah. It's crazy.
I say a good barber and some good cologne, bro. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, a cut.
But you don't think a good cut hit you for like 50 nowadays, though?
It depends on where you at, though.
Or like you said, clippers.
My barber don't charge me $30.
Okay.
That's
because man,
that ain't too costly.
A lot of people that we be seeing, I'm like, damn,
how much you pay for that?
Yeah,
no, you have.
That shit cost like $55.
That's just the cut. That wasn't a tip, and I was like, God damn.
You know, but you know what? How I feel about that is when you go to these businesses and they ask for a certain amount, you're not trying to negotiate with them.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, always, I respectably always like whatever my barber needed. It's what it is. It's his time. It's his craft. So
like you
I'll
know,
always pay it.
You go to let's say you go to a sit down restaurant, you know, whatever it is, and the bill comes out. You're not gonna go to the waitress and be like, hey, I know this bill says 88, but how about 60? You know what I mean? But we're quick.
I know that steak didn't cost you that much to cook. So
and you know what's funny? And again, I'm gonna shout out Wallow267. He says that. He says we don't value each other, and especially you know black barbers or Latino barbers or people of color. We're quick to be like, oh man, can you cut me a break or can you? Nah, man, pay that man. He's got
up, man. Hook me up.
Yeah, hook me. Yeah, you hear that, right? Pay that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to pay $30, $40, $50 for a cut. If you don't have it in your budget, then yeah, buy some clippers and maybe only go to the barber once a month. But at least, lights cost, milk costs, gas costs, fragrances cost. You know what I mean? Like, food cost. You know, like if you go to a restaurant. So, my whole thing is let's support each other. You know what I'm saying? And not be cheap with one another. But again, simple upgrade, just take a bath, take a shower, and get a good deodorant and a body spray or pick up a decant. These are not going to be crazy expensive. And again, test drive before you commit to buying a $300 bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What is it that you would say that you see lack of, like, when you seen a guy out there that he's wearing no confidence and like that? Like, is it he's careless more about his hair, careless more about his outfit, or his actual hygiene?
I say outfit and style.
Outfit and style.
Yeah,
Like they wearing like just some old shit, or they just wearing just some shit they should be wearing around their
got
house?
one pair of shoes in their closet type shit, and they putting on oversized T-shirts and you know shit that don't fit properly. Yeah. That's what I think. So
okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different. It's funny, man. It's crazy because a lot of girls, I'm into fragrances, obviously. Girls come up to me and tell me cats that stink.
No, but man,
like for real,
you, man. Backtrack. We've already, man. Like tonight. Damn near, I think we're gonna be on 80 girls. We doing interviews since we started this. Like backtrack and look at our podcast, man.
Good
like
75-80% of them
they come to me
has a story.
They all
where
talk about some dudes that like could have had a chance, but like man, he's
pretty much stunk his way out of some
place. Or his breath stink, his teeth are fucked.
No, they come to me. They're like, oh, why does such and such? And I'm like, hey, I try to make excuses for him. I'm like, well, maybe some cats got to commute. Maybe he didn't really. He was rushing out the house. I'm trying to figure out what to say, but they come to me with that, and I'm like, because they know I try to take care of myself.
But do you think they're conscious of it though? Do y'all think they're conscious, or are they just walking out? I done got in Uber rides, right? And that's the worst, bro. Dude just came from the gym, dog. I'm giving him no stars, dog. No tip, no nothing, bro. You feel me? So, do you think they conscious of it, bro?
I don't think they conscious of it because no one in their circle either has the heart or the balls or whatever it is to tell them like, hey, bro, you stink. Like, do something about it. Like, here's some deodorant. Nigga.
That's a real friend, though. I say you gotta let somebody know. If something,
I'll let them know. Like, hey, bro, like, nigga, here's my deodorant, nigga. Like, or you ain't got nothing, I'll go get you some, dog. Like, if you need some help, nigga, I got you. Like, I ain't gonna have my boy out there looking stupid. Like,
nah, for real. Like, it'll be like my boy walk by, be like, wait, hold on, grab him quick. Oh, it's you. That's you. That's you, nigga.
It's funny.
I got some deodorant in the gym bag. Hold on real quick.
I'll let you know fast, bro.
It's funny because my son's mom, she used to call me with that, right? You need to talk to John about his hygiene and this and that. And I'm like, let me talk to him. So, Cali Muscle, again, I'm referencing people. Yeah, Cali Muscle has
shout out to Cali Muscle shit, man.
Shout out
watch him all the time.
Yeah, man. Like, we grew up with a cat like Cali Muscle, but he used to throw in these little. He used to drop jewels, really, a lot of jewels. That
he used to be on people's heads.
Cats don't really. He has a message behind why he does all this, the antics, but he has a video where he's like, "Wash yourself," you know what I mean? Like, cut your fingernails, use a loofah, clean your back, change your drawers, like. And even though it's put in a funny way. It's like I used to send John the little Cali Muscle skits. I'm like, clean yourself, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, how's your mom gonna be calling me about this? Is the basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Come on.
You learn the basics in like kindergarten.
And again, to kind of circle back to what you were saying about, so sometimes cats at work, they're just going through the motions. Just throwing on their uniform and going to work. They're not conscientious of it.
Even though they know they're going to be around women flying in and out, coming through the airport.
I'm telling you, man. Like
those just don't care.
Built different, breeded different, bro, I guess.
Man, I mean, when I see dudes out there, like, man, you don't care about, if you're single, if you don't care about, like, women or if you don't care about money, like, what do you leave your house for? Like what is that purpose? Because if anything, once you build yourself up, you get that income, you get that status. Like, what else is there?
What are you doing it for?
Yeah, what are you doing it for? Like, why are you leaving the house?
Like, if you don't have to drive to get any one of those things, it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like what is the purpose?
I guess for sport, bro.
Man, shit,
they doing it for sport, bro.
Spectators.
To do something.
They just spectators.
No. You know what? Like I said, they're going through the motions. Some cats, and remember, man, the phone, the video games, the cats that live at home, and they got,
What age group do you think is getting stuck on that?
The young,
obviously the youngsters, but like,
video games.
What's the oldest? What's the oldest you've seen somebody like? Damn, you be in a video
fell
game
off, or
I don't think got an age limit.
I don't think so. No. I'm saying
because I think
50-year-olds, 40-year-olds.
Yeah.
Because what I think it is, I think the people that like in our era, the motherfuckers that didn't get shit, didn't have shit, didn't want shit. Now they're like, fuck. Now I can just rely on that shit. Now you know what I'm saying. I can just fall on. I can stay in the house and hit up this bitch. She don't know what I look like.
Yeah.
I can sit here and play video games, so there's no age bracket. If you ain't got no drive, it's just something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are they're replacing it's like
Their real social life with social media.
yeah, exactly. So
Like they said, it's not on you, it's in you.
Okay.
it was crazy. I was listening to a podcast or reading an article about that, and it's like people are replacing reality with fiction, and whether you are just scrolling just to scroll, or if you're playing video games or just endlessly on YouTube, or not to say that. I look at it more like just to decompress, and again, and to create content, which is what we're doing. But don't just sit up there and just consume all this content and not take care of yourself and have relationships are important. So it's deep. It gets deep. But if you're watching this, and again, Chris brought up a point where to start, just shower up and get outside.
Basics, basically.
Yeah, just get after it, Have an idea where you're trying to go or trying to accomplish and pursue it. And in the pursuit of that, then things start to kind of happen for you. And when it comes to getting a girl, it's funny, me and Keith were talking about on the ride up here, but, I'm at a different age. I can't just, you know what I mean? I know how to talk, granted, obviously, but, I got to have my stuff together. You know what I mean? So having a car, having a job, having good credit, having an apartment, having, you know what I'm saying? Like, having those things doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? And in order to get those things, you got to work.
Gotta work your ass off.
Yeah. So, and especially in today's economy with the inflation and everything everything going on. So you got to be about your business, man. If you're about your business, the girl that's the easy part, if you ask me. But it depends on the quality of girl you're trying to get. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want a real girl that has the qualities that you're after, then you know what I'm saying? Like you have to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to get a quality girl, you got to be a quality individual. You know what I'm saying? You got to have goals that you're working towards. So that's just the way I look at it. And if you just want an IG model or no, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it because they're monetizing their content. Yeah. So they're smart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They know that they got this little window. If they're younger or whatever, and think about it. When a girl is young and they're growing up, they're getting a lot of compliments off the rip. Yeah. So then they start to figure out like, wow, like my value is how I look. So let me make money off of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I want to slave at a fast food restaurant or? And again, it's not a blanket statement. There's girls that look fantastic and they work at In-N-Out or they work at, McDonald's or whatever. Yeah. But then there's the ones that go to the gym and they have the little social media.
They put in the work and they do the extra. So.
Exactly. So, I think there's a healthy balance on both ends, but you attract what you represent. So if you want to be a bummy cat, you're probably going to be with a bummy chick, you know what I mean? Or whatever you're into, nowadays. But if you're a go-getter and you're trying to make something happen, then you're going to attract that type of girl in your life. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's just my take on it.
All right. So say the best for last. Last question is going to be how important, not everybody can get this, but how important and how many points does it move up level you up once again, to have a beard and keep it right?
The beard. That's a big one nowadays.
It's essential. How many points it raised the dude?
Yeah.
From?
So say the dude's already got gear. You know what I'm saying? Keep his line up. He fresh all the time, but he ain't got a beard. Can it level him up or could it take him down?
It'll level you up, bro. Because I just got mine done up and it leveled me up personally.
How long you been rocking a beard?
Like a couple years now.
Just a couple years?
Yeah. Okay. Like 3-4 years.
You see, like your wife reacts to it like different. She like you better with the.
Yeah, she liked the grungy look. She always tell me she like
funny.
grungy.
That's crazy.
And I'll be like,
that's
really?
Crazy.
But
yeah.
I don't.
You don't feel good.
Be myself. Yeah.
I like clean cut, Okay. But I like my beard and everything. But she always say I like the beard look. I be like, all right, yeah. So, but I feel it takes you up a lot because you're more presentable. You're
like
professional. You could walk into a side of business, if you got an interview, if you're going to church, if you're doing, things of productivity and you talking to somebody, you're representing yourself. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of rock this shadow, but in my experience, yeah, they like the rough fur. They like that. Y'all got the full-blown beards, but I kind of knock it down and let it grow back and knock it down. But I was recently in Arizona, and so I couldn't go to my same barber. So the cat that I had, he was kind of lining up the goatee type of thing going on, and you definitely get a different reaction when you got some facial hair.
So
if you take care of it.
Better for you, clean cut, or better for you?
No, I'm saying I know the goatee, that look gives you more. They like the grown-up cat, you know what I'm saying? So, if you're looking too much more like a baby face, that may work for some cats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We think more in general, majority. Like
I would say majority,
it's
like the beard or the goatee, or if you take care of the facial hair. But like I said, you can have a grungy look, but you got to be clean though. I haven't seen it. Now, if you go into the gym, it's crazy. We were talking about that on the. We had a conversation about that. So when it comes to taking you up a notch, yes, having facial hair and taking care of it is a plus. Women like it. You know what I'm saying? Because you look like a real. They want to be with a man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
a warrior, dog.
Yeah. They want a cat who's going to put it down.
Good word.
You feel what I'm saying? So they're not trying to be with a cat who's going to play with it. They want to, that's why the song "Don't Play with It, Don't Play with It." Yeah, they don't want you to play with it. They want you to knock it down. Let's be real. But when it comes to the cat, so you're with a girl and she's clean, but y'all went out on a date. Y'all walked around. You went to the fair or the Santa Monica Pier or whatever, you went to the beach, and that little funk that comes with that movement of walking around, say it's a little hot outside, that sort of thing, we like that. But the funk that's just from sitting up doing nothing, that's a different, you feel what I'm saying? Okay. So same thing, like, odor. It's different, right? Yeah, okay. So say we get cleaned up, put our little bod or little Scout fragrance or, you know what I'm saying? The Sauvage, you get what I'm saying. But you get cleaned up, you throw your cologne on, and you walking around, and you go to a fair or you go on a date, and you go to a mall or Cabazon or whatever, you walking around, and you get a little funky from that movement, but you were clean before that. That's a different.
It's more like natural pheromones.
It's natural, They like that.
I get what you're saying.
They like that. Natural. But just being funky, you sitting up, you didn't, you know what I mean? Like, you just sitting up, and you ain't washed, and you ain't, you know what I mean? You didn't even brush your teeth halfway.
Change the drawers.
Yeah, drawers. You had to put the sound effect on that one. But, cats, doing your laundry, man, just doing your laundry is a, you can meet women doing the laundry. Yeah. A cat doing laundry, and you run into a girl, even if she got a kid or whatever, they like that. Yeah. I'm telling you. So, the beard is great. If you're taking care of yourself, they love it. So it all circles back. You got to take care of yourself.
All right. Well, y'all heard it. Gave you a few steps, man, on how to stay fresh. Can y'all tell them where to find you guys and what to expect coming from you guys moving forward?
Well, personally, I got my own thing going. It's Keith and Callie with my wife. We can do reviews and reactions. You can catch us over there.
Sure, we can put the link in the bio down here.
And then personally, for me solo is Dom Keith. I'm on all platforms. It's, I'm just getting started, so bear with me. Okay. And with my boy, go ahead if you wanna.
Yeah, let me shout out Keith again because he's helping me with the content. So he's gonna have a small production, basically where you can send him. Content if you want to have him edit it up.
Yeah, I do freelance work as well.
He does freelance work when it comes to the editing. So shout out to Keith.
Production.
I appreciate him immensely.
Appreciate it, bro.
But what I'm pursuing is Scout Fragrance. So it's literally on everything. My Linktree, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, website scoutfragrance.com. I'm going to be pushing the decants, and again with your support. My inventory will jump up quite a bit, and I'm going to be making more content when it comes to street reactions. Again with the Burberrys, the Elisabs, the Coaches.
Yeah, I like the idea though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I really wanted to make these fragrances available to people, and like I said, if you throw say a decant like this, right? just so you can get an idea for it, right? So boom. I'm gonna have different colors and they're gonna be mostly 10 ml. So look, I'm gonna take it out the junk, right? So you see the juice. This is gonna be the real juice, and they're gonna be labeled. And you can just throw it in your gym bag. You can throw it in the car. You take a big bottle like this, it'll go bad if it's just in your car.
Hell yeah. I learned, man. I had bought I'm on my second bottle of Sauvage within 3 months. I left it in the car and it was getting hot and hot. And then finally, when I picked it up, I was like, damn, why my hands smell like that? It was like overflowing, like the heat.
seal.
Yeah, and it was just like
Seal.
breaking, and it was just leaking. And I was like, man, I didn't even get to use half of the bottle.
That's what I'm saying. So having something like this, that not only, again, this will last you about a month. That's why these companies like Scentbird, no knock on them. I'm not knocking them. They do their thing, but I feel like there needs to be that real person behind it. You know what I'm saying? In a world where everything's becoming more automated, I believe that people will value the human touch.
Yeah.
So me physically saying, hey, look, this is the bottle. I'm gonna break it down. Putting plumber's tape along the top of the where you make the seal, it creates a stronger seal. So then you won't have issues like
that leakage.
The leakage, So. Travel size fragrances. You can test drive a fragrance before you commit to the big bottle. Scout fragrance on all platforms. Again, if you support me, you're gonna see more content. And man, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. And shout out to the BBC Podcast.
We got
Thanks for coming.
Anytime, man. You guys have any ideas or any type of topics like that, man? We cover it, man. Just hit me up, man.
Always welcome
pull
back.
Up. Yeah.
You got to give me the merch so I can have it in the videos. You're gonna see it coming soon.
We got
Merch
you.
too. Yeah, shit. Don't forget to plug us in too. All right, everybody. Thank you guys again for coming. I'm gonna plug all this stuff at the bottom. Tune in, follow,
Make sure
subscribe,
you check 'em out.
support. All right, BBC, we out.
Yeah.